Righty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 1141, Paperback Publishing. We've talked about this before, but let's get specific here. I use Amazon, POD, print on demand, and I use my own ISBNs. I just bought an extra 100 pack. Yes, I've used my first 100 ISBNs. But sometimes on YouTube, we put on ISBNs for the audio. We do ISBNs for paperbacks. We do ISBNs for hardcovers. So those 3 different volumes for each title. And it doesn't take a lot of titles before you run out of 100 ISBNs. So there we are. Now, what do you do with those? I keep track on my full-size tracking spreadsheet that keeps that has all of my books. It has my ASIN, the Amazon stock number for your book. I also add in links if I have a BookVault download link for an advanced copy for some reason, or who does the audio. What do I have a contract with somebody? What is the payout percentage? Those things. And in there, I also added new is what's the size? So 5x8, full bleed, because that's when you want to use PDF for your interior files, full bleed, glossy or matte covers. My newest series, glossy, to get the most out of those sexy colors on my Eye Soldier series. And then anything else that might be particular to that series. And since all the books are similar in size, I've actually included my pricing. What is the US, UK? What are the EU prices? What's Canada, Australia? And the other ones I just let generate automatically because I don't get a whole lot of paperback sales in those other markets. So I have my prices consistent. And here's an important safety tip. When somebody from say the German market looks at at books in English, when they can pull up the series, they can see what all the prices are. So even though you may have your US market books same price, but if you have your German books, just because you let it calculate and they're all over the place, that looks odd. Now, they can't tell that, hey, in the US it's priced $9.99 and in Germany it's priced $16.99. Hey, that's crazy, but they don't see that comparison. They only see here's the German market. Just make sure all the books in a single market are consistently priced. And if you get one book that's 75,000 words and the next book's 120,000 words, your print costs are significantly different. So they might be priced differently from Amazon. Hey, here's your base cost to buy this book or to produce this book. So anyway, keep those prices in mind. I also use offset printing. This is why I have nearly 200 copies each of the first 4 books in my Ian Bragg series. Don't ask. I'm trying to push them on Shopify for my cost just to get rid of them because I've got 800 copies of books in my garage. If you want to use Ingram, I would recommend going through Draft to Digital, D2D, because they have a hotline to Ingram. Ingram, sometimes their customer service isn't as good as we would like it. So let's go over to D2D, which uses Ingram, but D2D has outstanding customer service, and you're able to get those issues taken care of a lot easier. I also use BookVault, which is incredible for custom editions, as well as other quantity kind of work that they can do, and they do quite well. They do painted edges. They do different kinds of hardcovers. Amazing work from BookVault. Lulu, I have a workbook, spiral bound. So Lulu is the only one that does spiral bound and does it very, very well. And they do print on demand. Spiral bound, print on demand. What else is there to need? So there you go. So start your Lulu account. Why and what? This is something that you determine early. Why would you make paperbacks? Well, because no new work and an extra revenue stream. There are people who only buy paperbacks. Why not give them the opportunity to read your stuff? Because if you're not putting it out in paperback, you don't have to buy any of your own with print on demand, with POD, because you don't have to. If you want to, great. I do. I buy a copy of each of my books because it's cool. On the bookshelf, look at those books. Yes, those are mine. But if you don't have the space for them, don't buy them. But put them out there. Let the readers choose if they want that form or not. So extra revenue without extra work. Can't beat that. Every time I order a cover, I get the full wrap with audio as well, even if I don't produce the audiobook, even if I do produce a paperback, but Sometimes, actually rarely, I produce hardcovers too. That's a separate cover. It's a little bit different style. The artists generally know how to do those. I don't do any of the artwork myself. So just order, hey, here's the hardcover. It's 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, or whatever those crazy odd sizes are, with a dust jacket. Dust jackets are cool. BookVault does a great job with dust jackets. Ingram does dust jackets, but Amazon does not. So if you want a dust jacket, what you can do is you can buy a hardcover from Amazon. They do a glossy hardcover print. You can size your dust cover and get it printed at your local print shop, like Office Max or somebody, and then you just wrap them on there yourself if you're doing like a custom edition, because you might find you can save a whole bunch of money if you have your own dust jackets printed separately and then just wrap them on there yourself. But there you go. There you are with paperbacks. Paperback publishing is easy breezy. Any formatting software will take care of you. Vellum or Atticus. I use Atticus. So just generate PDF. There we go. It's a full bleed because of PDF. If you understand how to format a Word doc to get those exact parameters right with the gutters and the outside margins properly along with the headings, then go ahead and do that. You can submit a doc file or as well as a PDF. I just go with the PDF because there it is. WYSIWYG, remember that from the 80s? What you see is what you get. I like that. That makes it easier to look at it on the screen and say, yes, this is good. And then the cover, let your cover artist do that full wrap and make sure it fits perfectly. I never have any problems when I upload a paperback. It always goes the first time because the PDF is exactly sized. The paperback cover is wrapped around nicely, and then start ordering away. And your readers, they can order too. And that is a huge win because some markets, Germany, for example, they love paperbacks. So if you have your books translated into German, make sure you get a full wrap and a full wrap cover, and you format them for paperback too. Peace, fellow humans.